What's up, guys? My name is Jake Towell, and this is my art series where I share with you guys my art pieces throughout my art career. And today, I know, this is a very special piece. This is a very, very impactful piece in my art career and something that I'm super proud of. It foreshadows my actual book, my I Spy book, which you can kind of see on screen right now, is something that is probably one of my biggest accomplishments in my art career. If you really want to get a book for yourself, it's in the description down below in my link tree. But today we aren't talking about the book. Today we are talking about the character in that book. There will be a video later on talking about all the specific pieces in this book. I'm going to be doing one piece at a time as I upload these videos like a normal art video, but just know that they are a part of this book. I'm really excited to get into it because, like I said, this is one of the biggest things I've ever made and one of the things I'm most proud of. But today we are talking about the character himself, Robot. I'm putting up on screen right now a side-by-side. So back in 2020, I drew this robot, and it was something that I was super proud of at the time, and I knew it was something that I wanted to make larger than just the illustration itself. I knew I wanted to make it into an animation. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time, but I knew it was something special. And on the right, you can see my realized version of that probably 4 years later. And I'm really happy that I decided to use this character because I knew at the time of making him that he was going to be something special. But let's get right into the sketch phase of this character. And again, I'm really excited to be sharing some of the things that I illustrated to create this I Spy book. Let's get right into the sketch phase. So I talk about a lot how loose the sketch is, how maybe I didn't know exactly what I wanted to put down. Maybe I did. This is a very prime example of I knew exactly. I wanted to make this sketch phase be almost exactly like the fully rendered image. And as you can see, it is, from an outside person looking in, there's no changes. Obviously, I see a lot of changes that I made from this to the final render, but it is a very similar. Did not stray too far. And again, this was a very important piece for me, so I really took my time and really tried to illustrate this as well as I could. So let's get right into the line work phase. Again, I just tried to be as clean and precise as possible. I don't see any tangents here. Very clean line work for me. Again, this was just had so much impact for me, and there was so much riding on this to be as good as possible. So as you can see, the line work, I'm not messing around at this point. There's a lot of really cool things going on within this one. And again, just back to the book, really excited to share with you guys my book, and let's talk about Robot in the fully rendered image. So as you can see, I have him on this striped background. I don't particularly like the background, nor do I really care for it. It was just more or less what was going to make this robot pop the most. I actually think this layer is kind of distracting. I found this cool, like if I keep this layer on, turn the background off, that looks pretty cool. I was just playing around with making the thumbnails and stuff and realized this, like something I never even looked at the time of making this, but this looks pretty sick. But regardless, let's just go back to how it was. I'm going to turn this off just so it's a little less distracting. But here we have Robot. As you can see from like my older 2020 creation of him, not too many things have changed. The shape of his body's changed, but overall the idea of him is all the same. So the character itself in my book is a criminal. He's an interdimensional robot robber, and he steals artifacts throughout time and space and different worlds and different lands. And again, we'll get into that. I will be dropping a video on my book later on. But this character, he's just a criminal. He's just looking to steal, and you can see he's got a lot of gadgets. He's got a sword, a grenade, probably not smart, wrapped around the pull pin. We got a nuke, we got another sword, we have a shotgun, we got a pistol, we got this like medieval swinging mace, I forgot what that thing's called. So that's kind of like his combat arm. And then over here is his like thief arm. So we have a hammer, we have like a sickle, I guess, we have a fire hydrant, we have a giant pencil, and a spoon, spoons for digging out a prison, as you do. And there's a lot of really cool aspects of Robot that I want to talk about. Once human, if you couldn't tell, we got some organs here. But let's start up at the top. We got his criminal shiesty, his ski mask here, kind of breaking through the top of his glass dome. Here he is. He's got eyeballs on his brain. He's a very interdimensional criminal dude, and he looks super sick. I also want to throw up a picture of a sticker. I actually made this dude into a sticker, and I sold it at the gallery where I was showing people my book. Again, so many things that I haven't mentioned about this that I'll be talking about, but the stickers look absolutely sick. I'm really, really proud of this. If you want a sticker of this, I haven't really gotten any store set up for myself yet. I know I'm really backed up on that, but as I grow, I'm going to try to build a store where I can really start selling this stuff, and these stickers were a hit, so I know there's people out there who really like this illustration and many other illustrations that I made before, so I will be selling stickers in the future, but this sticker was an absolute success. So we have a lot of electronics going around here. We got his like little scroll wheels, his like vocal cords, if you will, no pun intended. A lot of color, lineless wires here, here, and here, which just kind of add to it overall and make it so much more visually pleasing. We got his voice translator here so he can talk to, you, the viewer. Again, the book kind of explains that, but I won't be going into that today. So his voice box there, linked to his head brain helmet that he's got. And you can see that fluid is kind of winding through this tube wrapped around these rings, which I really liked illustrating back in the day, into his main arteries where you can see his heart and those veins and like this bulbous dome on his chest. Just really, really cool. We have like, I don't know what would be in the back, maybe oxygen or like a jet pack. I had something like that going on for the old illustration and I really liked it, so I just kept it going with that. We talked about his arms. We also have those lineless colored line wires wrapping around there. You can see they kind of intertwine as well, which is a pretty cool aspect. Some going behind, some going under, leading to the weapon arm. To the other arm, we got another colored line stuff. You can see the joints. This one's a little bit more extended. We got my signature on the robot there and my logo on the robot right there. As you do, I always put my stuff somewhere in my piece. Following that tube into the chest, down to the, I guess this can be open for interpretation. He's got some underwear here in this lower box, so he's still getting it on. There's some things he could not part with, that is for sure. And then his main source of transportation, his jetpack legs. And you can see they're activating there. A really cool illustration of flames and jet fumes flying out. But, that is Robot. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. This is really a start to something that I'm super, super proud of. And I know I don't have too many subscribers on this and too many people watching this, but I'm really, really happy to be talking about this and putting this out in the world. And again, this book has been out for a long time, so if you have already been sold on the idea, link in the description down below. If you're interested in any prints that I've made of any videos so far, I've made a lot more work than the videos I have before, so I have a lot of prints up on my store, also in the link down in the description. If you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, and I'm really excited because next video will be the first illustrated piece in my book, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So please stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one. I really appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.